Alright guys, we're back out here with the Tiger King.
Do you enjoy the guy with the little one, or do you enjoy watching the guy with the big one doing it? Well, obviously you want to watch the guy with the big one. I said, well, you ain't that straight.
We've racked up 250 miles in about the past month. Scooter's performed flawlessly. Let's pump it up and take a closer look. This scooter is gonna give a lot of these other scooters over here a run for their money in this price range. $18.99, but it has dual motor, 11-inch, 60 volt, 30 amp controllers, plus it's a 26 amp hour battery. All in all, the specs are there. The power's there, the range is there, the quality is there, and it looks fucking sick. Very nice gold swing arms. They're quite dirty right now and they're still shining quite a lot. Let's see what it looks like cleaned up. Beautiful gold color on these swing arms. One of the best golds I've seen. There's a lot of gold scooters out there. You know, Cabo does this quite a bit. I do really appreciate how nice the shine is on this. Really just beautiful gold. So beautiful. Anyways, let's talk about the scooter from the top to the bottom like we always do. Tell you what I like and what I don't like. Scooter turns on with either pin, so you can insert a code right now and turn it on, or it also comes with a key card, so we can just do this and turn it on. So it's nice that you do have either option with the scooter, NFC card or a pin code. I believe this is the stock code, and boom, you're also into the scooter. So either way you want to unlock the scooter, you have options. I do like that a lot, having both options. Once it's unlocked, I usually pop it all the way up into gear 5, hold this to get into dual motor. That's all with the plus button, and then I'll hold the mode button to get the full lights on. Let me show you the lights real quick. As you can see, just good lighting on the scooter. The rear end does have lots of tail lights. This LED strip you can customize with an app, change the color, change the flashing mode, whatever. Which all scooters at this point should have some sort of LED lighting. Here's the front end at night. You can see nice LEDs on the bottom, and then it does have a headlight up top here. It's all right for night riding, but I think if you're gonna ride a lot, you're gonna wanna get an extra super bright one. All right, let's talk about the buttons here quick. This is a standard button pad you'll find on a lot of scooters, like Nami scooters. Works great. You get your plus and your minus, your power and your mode, everything you need right there. And then you have a secondary button pad right here. It includes all of this. Check out the blinker. There's your horn too. Here's what a blinker looks like from the front. Decent blinkers. Let's talk about these nut brakes right here real quick. These are probably the industry standard right now for most scooters. Hydraulic, very nice braking power, and great longevity to it. You don't have to do a lot of maintenance. Overall, great brakes for a choice on this type of scooter, which it does have decent e-braking, which I haven't really been using. I turned it down quite a bit because it was so strong, and because the nut brakes are so sufficient that you don't really need it. So I do mostly use these nut brakes on this, and I think I have the e-brake down on 1. Very comfortable ride, great braking. Dude, I mentioned this handlebar quick because this is not stock. I put these on every scooter basically. They are really cheap. They come from China, like $15 handlebar, but really nice upgrade because they get you a little bit longer, farther out, and a little bit lower. They're a little flatter, but I put these on almost every scooter. Have it on the Awesome, the Go Tracks, InMotion RS, the Mars, InMotion RS over here. All of these we put this bar on because it's just the best. It's a good upgrade and it's cheap and easy. And I'd recommend you guys do it too. If you guys are new here, we're about to do a throttle mapping test. This is where we're going to use the throttle very gradually and see how well it can hold individual speeds. So we'll try and hold each mile per hour on our way up and see how much control it has. Let's begin. Slow creep on this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The scooter is extremely smooth when you're riding it, and this shows right now in this test because you can literally gradually use the throttle. It's variable throttle, as opposed to many scooters out there still are much more on-off, where you don't have this control, where you can bump it up 1 mile per hour at a time. Really helps when you're cruising on the road. You can hold speeds behind cars super easily. Let's bump it up 18, 19, 20. 21. This is incredible control for a scooter with this much power. This thing, we can do the calculation really quick right now while we're sitting at 20 something. And the way to do the math is you take your peak voltage, 67, multiply that by our amps of our controller, which is 30 amps per controller. We have 2 controllers. Gonna give us a total of just over 4,000 watts on this scooter. Tons of power, but look at how good the modulation of the power is. This is called a very well mapped throttle, where you can hold any speed you want on the road. And that is extremely important for road scooters, to be able to hold, say, 25 miles per hour, 30 miles per hour, 35 miles per hour, whatever the speed may be that you need to be on your road. This is important to be able to hold that speed. All right, let's max it out. 60. My ADD was kicking in, I couldn't take it anymore. 59.8 freewheel speed on this scooter. What does that equate to in the real world? Let's check out a top speed clip here and see what I really got. Ooh, yeah, baby. Scooter is really stable at top speed, if you can see. There's basically no wobbles, no sort of inconsistencies in the steering. Like I was saying, I do really like this throttle. It actually is the same throttle. It's on this G-Space scooter. Same throttle. It's on this Splash Thunder 10. So you will see more of this throttle on my channel in the next couple of videos here. We're gonna be going over this throttle some more. Is it as good on every other scooter as it is on this one? I'm not exactly sure yet. I haven't tested them all like this, but we'll compare them all and see if this throttle is just that good. Because at the end of the day, I do really like how it functions and everything, but the form of it is really good too. Let's talk about that really quick. So you can kind of see from this angle, it's concave. So it fits the form of your thumb to the point where your thumb almost sits down inside it a little bit. It's very ergonomic to me. It feels very natural. It's a good throttle to learn on if you're newer to a scooter like this, because you're gonna have control. A lot more control than a lot of other scooters, trust me. This comes with nice double locking grips here. I do love when a brand gives you double locking rings, because this thing's not moving anywhere. And it's also a pretty nice grip. I do, it's nice and comfy, squishy, grippy. Nice grips that come on it. I didn't have to upgrade those, which usually I upgrade grips, handlebar, and tires, but this scooter had decent grips. Definitely keeping these on. Just go over the screen really quick here for you. So obviously it does have the miles per hour, odometer, battery, gear level, and then it has some cool bars and stuff. Like this is your power bar that when you see when we hit the throttle, it'll sort of go up. It'll tell you how much power you're using. It's gonna have a brake indicator, dual motor, single motor, headlight. You can get a ride time, mileage, trip, temperature. I do like this kind of hexagon look on it. It's slick looking. Not any other real scooter brands using anything like this. And it's also extremely bright. You can see it great in the daytime compared to most other scooter brands are kind of lacking on the brightness area. Like I mentioned before, this light's good enough for me to go riding at night, and I have a few times. But if this was like my only solo scooter and I was gonna ride it at night a lot, I would definitely just buy another headlight and put it up top. You can get those from Amazon for pretty cheap these days. Moving down the stem here, let's take a look at the folding mechanism here. Besides that it's beautiful gold, it's very reminiscent of like a Visa 10 Plus type of folding mechanism. It has a safety latch here, it has a little screw pin here. So if you want to unfold it, you go like this. And then safety pin here. Fold it back up. And then screw this back in. There she goes. And I do really like this folding mechanism. Looks nice too with the chrome hook and the gold bar. Really just nice folding mechanism. Feels extremely secure too when you're riding. You have zero doubts about the scooter. So we should talk about these swing arms really quick. That's what these are called. When I got the scooter, it had a bit of an issue where there was some rubbing between the tire and the shock here. And I let them know about the issue. And I'm not even kidding you, within a week, they had sent me brand new swing arms. So these are actually the old ones, and I put the new ones on here about a week after I had the scooter. They gained it a couple millimeters of distance this way, and as you can see, there's plenty of distance now. But we need to talk about this because earlier this year I tested the Roadrunner RS5 Max, and it had the exact same problem, and I told them about the problem and nothing really happened from it. You sort of see on the spectrum of scooter brands what the response is when you find an issue like that. That's a pretty bad issue. Shouldn't be rubbing between the tire and the suspension. And some brands will fix it and other brands will ignore it. But Eahora here fixed it within a week. I had a new part, which is crazy when you think about it because they had to remake and mold this. And my theory is that they probably already maybe knew about this problem and they were already making the new part and it was already ready to ship out. But they also sent it to me so fast. I'm just impressed. I'm really impressed with that type of customer service and that type of bending over to make a new part on a new scooter. Obviously it's a new scooter, guys. This is new. They wanted me to test it and make sure that it's all Gucci, and it is. Everything that I found, they fixed. We're gonna get into the ride quality and all that on this scooter is phenomenal. And when you compare it, you know, pound for pound with any other C-type suspension on the market, it's a really, really competitive scooter. It's got the power, it's got the 11-inch tubeless tires that are also special split rim. So it's a pretty easy tire change when you get down to it. And I did make a tire change video. If you wanna go check that out before you buy the scooter, see if that's something that you're capable of doing, because I think most people can do it, to be honest. If you have some tools and you have half a brain, you should be able to change these tires. They're pretty easy tires to change. But let's talk about the tires now while we're at it. Obviously, you got a lot of options in the world of tires. This actually came with off-road tires. I think you can get it with street tires too. I didn't particularly like the off-road tires because I wasn't gonna off-road on the scooter very much, so I put these on. I put these on because this is good for fall and spring riding. I think these are the best tires you can get for fall and spring riding, which is the season we're heading into right now. Insanely good. Through rain or puddles, it's not gonna hydroplane nearly as bad as any other scooter. If you guys know me, I do this on every good scooter. This is the sign that it's a good scooter in my garage if it gets the PMT tires with it. It's like a christening. I bless them with the PMT tires and ride them, and because I know it's a good scooter and it deserves to have the best tires you can get for it. If you guys are not familiar with PMTs, you can get them at Wired Rides. They are worth every dollar. This is the best upgrade you can put on any scooter, period. Let's talk about maybe one more thing here, like the suspension, and then we'll head out for our ride and show you how it rides. Excuse how dirty it is. I haven't cleaned this scooter in 250 miles or whatever, but it does have adjustable dampening suspension, as you can see. It rides really good. I think as far as scooter suspensions go, this needs to be like the standard. Same as with the nut brakes, where they all need to have nut brakes at the minimum. This needs to be the suspension they have to have at the minimum, where it has adjustability, it has hydraulic damping, and it has a strong spring that doesn't bottom out, and it fits really well with all of the linkage and all of the bolts. And so there's no play, no movement. Let me show you what I mean. Pull on this up and down all day and it has a perfect fit. There's no play or looseness anywhere in the scooter. And that really translates into a smooth ride and a comfortable ride when the thing is just perfectly fit. Anyways, I think I've spent enough time talking about this scooter. If you guys feel free to drop me a comment, I will get to those and answer all your questions. I do think this is one of those scooters that if you wait a week or two, Black Friday deals are coming around, and they haven't told me what the deal is yet, so I'm not gonna post it in this video or anything, but it doesn't really affect it because this scooter is really good. It's beautiful, it's powerful, it's fun, and it seems like very good build quality to me. So it's an easy recommendation to me, even at the full price, $18.99 right now. So if it gets cheaper, who knows? This could be like $1,500 on Black Friday, I would hope. I'm gonna try and push for a deal like that. Tell them that you guys want a super deal. But if you're seeing this later after Black Friday and it's still $1,900 or $2,000, this is definitely worth it for me. All day long, the range, the power, the comfort, and the build quality, all of it lines up to be an excellent, excellent, excellent scooter here. Let's go hit the streets, guys. Thanks for watching. Scooter Gang out. It's been a couple weeks since I did the tire change, and if you watch the tire change video for this scooter, it's like a special split rim and the gasket was a little messed up, so I had to use custom gasket maker. But anyways, let's see if it leaked air in the last couple weeks, where it's at. So we're at 30.5. So it might have leaked about 1 PSI, if any, because I filled it to 33 before. We're at 30.5. That's pretty good. Some scooter tires seem to like leak randomly a lot more than other ones. And sometimes it's just the tire, sometimes it's the rim is messed up, sometimes there's some installation issue, but in general, you want to check them every couple weeks at the least. We're just gonna go get a like top speed, acceleration, and I'm not really gonna do range tests because I already know it's about 20 to 25 miles depending on how hard I ride it. But we'll get the top speed in 0 to 30 here, see how it compares with everything. So this scooter is really versatile because you could take it as a beginner and learn on a sidewalk or a bike path, but then as you progress you could turn it up and start riding in the street like I do with all my hyper scooters. It's right in the sweet spot, right in the middle, where it could be your first scooter, it could be your last scooter. It's not stuck in a box like a lot of scooters are. Let's go find some draggy spots, a little straightaway or something. This spot will work okay. Let's just do a rip right here. Hit reset, rip it. You really want to do this when your battery's full to get it accurate 0 to 30. There we go. 8.22. It's not bad. Let's run it back. Average these two runs. Had to let off for a second, but we got it. What was that? 7.24 that way. All right, I'll go one more this way. .16. So it's about 7 to 8 seconds, depending if it's flat or a tiny bit up or a tiny downhill there. That wasn't perfectly flat, but it gives you a good idea. That's a solid acceleration, sitting right around like a Roadrunner RS5 Max or the GoTrax GX3, similar acceleration there. So it's plenty of acceleration. And you got to keep in mind it is a little bit cold out today. We're at like 53 degrees. It will get a little bit faster in warmer weather. Let's see what she's got. Ready? Go. That one was under 7, 6.63 seconds. This looks like a great spot here. We'll just do it right here real quick. Nobody's coming. Reset. Rip it. .93, a little bit up the hill there. The hill can affect it for sure a little bit, like all scooters. But we're still haven't hit over 8 seconds, I think. So it's definitely around a 6 to 7 second, depending on a lot of factors. Obviously, what your weight, the outside temperature, the wind, the hill, all of those factor into these statistics, and that's why it's so hard to like get a real acceleration number that is, you know, even real for you, let alone one that's like for different weights from people that weigh different from me. You know, it's like impossible to truly get a real number. So that's why we're just giving a range here. Let's get a little top speed here, 45. See if we can reach any higher here. We are going downhill right now, but it's about to flatten out. We'll get a good idea for top speed. We'll run it forwards and backwards both ways here just to see if the wind or anything is affecting this. But here's the flat spot. Let me get as low as I can and low and aerodynamic as I can. Let's go, baby. I feel like we're topped out already. Hit 48, wow. Be interesting to see if we can hit it the same the other way, or if we have the tailwind right now. I can't really tell, but we might hit the tailwind on the way back and get even higher. We'll see. This is a GPS verified top speed test here that should be a little more accurate than something like acceleration. That top speed is a lot easier to measure accurately. See, we got top speed this way. Let's see, feeling a little windier. This car is in our way too, but we're just gonna floor it. That might be it that way. We'll average the two and that'll be our top speed. And like I said, warmer weather, add a couple more to that because that's really where it'll be at. We are near the end of the riding season here in Iowa. It kind of sucks, but that is life, right? And honestly, I don't mind having 4 seasons and having a little break to recuperate and recover and get a lot healthier mindset going into next year, because it's a lot of grueling work riding every day all day, and I couldn't imagine if I lived in California and had to do it nonstop. And I'd just rather have a nice break in the winter and recuperate and think of new ideas and collaborate with some people and figure out what the next steps are, you know? That was open the whole time. This is with the tailwind again, so we'll probably hit 48, maybe more if we're lucky. Ooh, yeah, baby. Scooter is really stable at top speed, if you can see. There's basically no wobbles, no sort of inconsistencies in the steering. I really like the handling of it, and plus with the PMT tires on it from Wired Rides, man, next level. This scooter, it's like what I wish a Mukata 10 Plus was, where they just needed to put bigger tubeless tires on it, you know, make a nice smooth hydraulic suspension on it, and then make it flashy and cool looking, right? It looks like a mini gold dirt bike to me with the cool colors and the stickers. The scooter is an absolute ripper now. Wider handlebars really give you a lot of confidence, but nothing like PMTs on pavement or sidewalk, just ripping it. Literally get huge air like that, like nothing. Let's do a brake check right here. Ready? Beautiful brakes. Beautiful, beautiful brakes. Like butter. Really good traction. Hella leaves. Look out, boys. That's sketch. Woo! .52 on the dash. Show you guys how good it is at cutting through traffic on a scooter. Everybody else is stuck in their car forever. I'm stuck all day back there. Coming up on the left. You're really in complete control on this scooter. It brakes perfectly, it accelerates smoothly, and there's not a lot of like boating forward and back. It has decent coilovers in it to where the ride is smooth, and it's still lightweight. It's still a light scooter. Very, very small. You could take this in most places, not have a problem. Grass here, a little uphill. Oh yeah, no problem. All day you get to cut in front of everybody with a scooter. It's really what's great about it. Bye-bye. On the left. Thank you. Definitely going before the dump truck. Good pickup on this scooter, even at half battery. Plenty of power to just ride around town, not be worried that you're losing juice. Like 52 volt scooters, like by half battery, they're kind of weak. But a 60 volt, it holds on to that power a lot more, in my opinion. What's this, brand new road? They must hear me complain about this in so many videos about how crappy this road is. Usually I come over here to show off how great suspensions are, or not great, but today we got brand new pavement over here on the worst road in town. That's what's up. This will make Jordan so happy because we take this road a lot. It was bad, put it that way. This is what's up, fuck yeah. Thank you, my boys. Keep this shit smooth as a baby's ass. Let's go. Woo! I love it. All brand new. Oh yeah.